Hey, how's it going today, everybody? And welcome to my channel, Oracle Rising. So my name is Robin, and I wanted to talk a little bit about what the actual gateway drug is. There's a lot of people that talk about marijuana as the gateway drug, or alcohol, or whatever. Just insert whatever word that you want there for whatever the gateway drug could possibly be. But I saw a meme the other day, and I found it really inspiring and truthful that what, trauma is the gateway drug. Without trauma, people probably wouldn't be looking for things to escape from. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at some shows, like let's look at Intervention quickly, people are just a disaster, and they're embroiled in addictions of many, many kinds. It doesn't have to be drugs or alcohol, prescription drugs or street drugs or class A drugs or whatever. It can be shopping, it can be a sex addiction. There's just so many ways that people avert their attention from what actually happened to them so that they don't have to look at it. But the base root of all of these issues that people are having is something horrifying that happened to them. If you dig really deep into somebody's history, you're probably going to uncover some sort of traumatic event that led them to wanting to numb their brain, like numb the memory of what happened and not have to deal with it. And usually adding into that, not being heard by the people that love them, like being swept under the carpet, and just feeling isolated and victimized, and probably on an ongoing basis, so it's usually the thing that people turn to numb the pain that then becomes the insurmountable issue. And then they're just adding like layer upon layer of things to deal with, because when people are in addiction mode, it's 9 times out of 10 their family don't want to deal with them anymore, or their family is doing their best for them, but then they just end up cutting them loose. So then you just have people getting like lost, addicted, and then abandoned, and then it keeps on compounding over and over and over again. So if you see somebody that's using, there's probably like a great big gaping open wound. Hang on, my camera angle here. The joys of a home studio, am I right? So what I was saying was, there's probably some sort of a great big gaping open wound that is the fundamental foundation of escapism. So like I'm sure some people, they use drugs and alcohol recreationally, or they overdo it on whatever, but I mean, for the most part, and I have firsthand experience in this, I spent a number of years in an addicted stage, and it was to cover up childhood and multiple traumas that kept on happening throughout my life, because there was just nobody around to protect me as a child and as a young woman until I was able to stand up and take care of that for myself. But basically nobody helped me. So I think it's actually a real issue in our society that we just actually throw people away way too quickly. They see, well, you're a smoker, goodbye. Oh, you do this, goodbye. And we're not really communicating with people and getting in deep with what's going on. And so many relationships are just surface. And add to that, I really think that people need to have the capacity to fix themselves. But how about we don't expose people to these traumas in the first place and do a better job, and really just make programs available, and just really like have your eyes open when you see somebody. Obviously, if somebody's homeless and they're addicted or whatever, they're probably not having a very good time. So why are they there? And like, we need to stop turning our back on people, and we need to start getting people the help that they need. right away and really stop traumatizing people in the first place. And I don't have all the answers for that, but I just wanted to throw out my 2 cents and just say I just don't think that like weed or booze is a gateway drug. It's pain, pain and trauma, and it makes people turn to obsessive addictive behavior so that they can forget about it and feel better even for a little while, and then they wake up the next day and everything's still the same crappy situation, so they just keep on indulging in the addictive behavior. So let me know in comments, guys, what you think, if you've had any experience with this. Like I said before, I went through years of addiction and, ruined my life for probably about 20 years until I got back on the right track. And like I'm doing fine now, so I'm not abusing any substances because I feel whole again. But anyway, looking forward to feedback, you guys, and just sending love and light and many blessings. Take care. Bye.